Life is not a bed of roses. Life is going to be tough. Life is going to have challenges along the way. And as long as you are willing to face that, as long as you make yourself capable of facing that, that will determine whether you are going to be the winner or you're going to be the loser. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm truly delighted to be here amongst you. And I really mean this. Besides my passion for cinema and traveling, what I love most is to be with young people like you, to interact, to understand, because I truly believe that the youth are the pulse of today, the present. You are the vibrant force of today. What you think, what you aspire, what you dream, the way you conduct yourself, the way you carry yourself, will not only determine the society of tomorrow or the country of tomorrow, or for that matter, the world of tomorrow, but you also play a very vital role in the present. That is my firm belief. What you do, what you think, what kind of taste you have, what kind of outlook you have, what kind of mannerism you have, that kind of power you guys have. What you choose will make a lot of difference. What you choose to eat, what you choose to drink, what you choose to wear, what kind of entertainment you choose to have, what are the kind of things that you like or dislike, determines the dynamism not only in the society but also in the marketplace. If youth of today, if you decide, someone who is about 15 to 16 to up to 30, if they decide not to drink certain types of soft drinks, the market of that soft drink will plummet. If you decide that you are not entertained by certain types of entertainment, if you feel going to the movie theaters and watching movies does not give you entertainment, the movie business will go down. If you choose to dislike certain types of clothes, certain types of mannerism, the same thing will happen to that as well. That is the kind of power that you guys have. But I am not sure whether the youth of today are aware of that power or whether they are utilizing their power on their own. Because I believe, in today's age, in the information age, in the cyber age, other sources are making decisions for you. Other factors are directing you to do what you're supposed to do. What kind of fun you should have, what kind of food you should enjoy, what kind of entertainment you should have, what kind of clothing you should wear, what kind of gadgets you should own. That is the thing that you should be deciding. But what happens is in this information age, in the digital age and the cyber age, other sources are deciding for you. So more or less, that power has been snatched away from you. Probably because the youth of today is not aware of that power. Now, what happens is when someone else is directing you of all these things, the society becomes a one big herd. There's a danger of creating a herd, a sheep-like community where everybody thinks alike, where everybody wants to wear the same thing, where everybody wants to have something that the other person has, and they do not make their own individual decision. They are giving away their individual power, and that is what you guys should be reclaiming now. It's all right to be similar, but it is much more better to be different, to have your own individual opinion, to have your own individual taste, to have your own individual creativity, and to be directed by that and to be motivated by that gives you a true personality, gives you a true identity. So this is what I really want to tell the youth of today is reclaim that power that you guys have, your individuality, your personality, the thing that you're capable of your own. Because now I see you here, gathered. I can either look at you as a bunch of students or I can look at you as individuals. If I look at you as a bunch of students, I will just see similar things, similarities, same age, same reaction, same kind of thought process. But if I look at you individually, each of you have something to offer. Each of you have certain types of skills and talents that you can bring into the table. And you should be recognizing that, and you should be utilizing that. Because I'm not saying that all of you are equal, but what I'm saying is each one of you are different. And cash on that. Utilize that. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't go by what the trend is saying. Don't go by with all the information that you have been bombarded with that is the right way to do things or think things. Don't go by that. Be your own creation. Utilize your creativity. Because each of you are an individual. Each of you have different types of skills, different types of talents, different types of capability. All you have to do is recognize that, to pinpoint that. Some of you might be good in the future, some of you might be a great CEO. Some of you might be a great chef. It doesn't matter. As long as you are utilizing your skill, as long as you are utilizing your capability. Because, in long run, when you go into life tomorrow, you at this stage, probably all of you have certain goals, the goals that you want to achieve. You're probably saying that I want to excel in this, I want to become this, I want to become a great banker maybe, I want to become a great CEO in the future maybe. And you make certain goals for yourself. But let me tell you, goal is not the end by itself. What you think as a goal is only the means. What you should actually aspire for is the growth in you. And the growth happens on an everyday basis. How to grow better, how to be a better person, how to achieve better things, so that ultimately one day you'll be in your goals. Once you have put your goals in place, according to the capacity and capability that you have, on a day-to-day basis, what you should concentrate on is how to grow better. Forget about your goal. As long as you're growing better each day, as long as you're learning each day, as long as you're being a better person each day, ultimately, if you get the goal, you become a very, very capable person. And even if you don't get the goal, what happens is that you will not be empty-handed. You would have become a better person, and you will end up doing something or the other. So the idea is the growth. Because in life, science says that whatever comes in life ultimately degenerates, ultimately dies away, ultimately fades away. You're born, you grow, you reach a certain peak, and then your decline starts, and then you meet your end. Everything happens like that. In the nature, in the living beings, you're born, you blossom, and then you die. But the only thing that remains with you throughout your life, which you can grow it constantly, is your knowledge, your spirit. That you can make it grow all your life. Even if your body gives up, even if you're weak and feeble in your old age, as long as you are constantly growing in your mind and in your spirit, you are becoming fruitful. So that is the only thing that keeps on growing for the entire life of yours, unless if you are attacked by some terrible disease of the mind. As long as that is not happening, that is the only thing that grows constantly. Otherwise, everything else degenerates. Today, you are young people. You have not peaked yet. At certain age, you will be peaking. And then once you peak, you'll reach your saturation points, and then the downhill starts, and then the course of the nature takes place. But that doesn't mean that spiritually and mentally that you will not be growing. As long as your mind is functioning, you'll be growing all your life. So that is what you should be concentrating and focusing on, to grow yourself mentally. There is a story of this great writer. And this writer says, at one stage of his life, a disease, a fatal, very to everyone.